Is it just a given that all the late night shows have a cityscape in them somewhere? Like, is that just
Well,
the
it's
skyline?
interesting you say. I don't know. I think that's what's so interesting. I remember when I first started doing design work and seeing how the Letterman, Kathy Akers, who's God rest her soul, is no longer with us, but she did the design work for Letterman for years. And one of her last really beautiful sets was that models behind Letterman with all the skies. I don't know if you remember it. It has the Brooklyn Bridge, and they were beautiful, really almost realistic, um, and I think if you look back at the history of, the talk shows and those late night shows, it really depended, but it was often just an attempt to locate the people, show where you are, and what better way than. So I think it was like an instinctive approach for most designers. But I don't know if they all have it, but a lot of them do because it marks where you are. That's why, with Ferguson, we did the skyline out in California, so it was a way to kind of let people know where you are. And it's not a rule, but people play it safe. I think there's always that observation that I remember talking with several people about, but it's always so strange, isn't it, that the talk show hosts are always on the right and all the guests are always on the left. Now I don't know if it's there may be an exception to the rule, but I can't think of one. You look back. So I think sometimes, what works, works, and there's not really, just like I said, don't question what works. New something. If you put the host on the right or the left, and depending on what you're talking about, camera left, and the guests on the right, people might be disoriented. But it seems like Carson and all
All
of
of
them
them,
had.
all of them.
Yes, it was almost always the desk was camera right and the host comes camera left, right?